Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about how to use IBISWorld for your college business research. First, we're going to talk about how to access it, then we're going to talk about what's in it, how you will cite it, and other sources of information that you can use. First, we're going to talk about how to access it. The easiest way is to go to Google and type in Orange Coast College Library. We should be the first result, and we're just going to click on that. This brings you to the library's website, and what we're going to do is go up here where it says Databases A to Z and click on that. From here, you can either click the I or just scroll down to I for IBIS, and then click on the link. You will be prompted to log in, and this is just the same username and password that you use for Canvas and everything else. Once you log in, you'll see this screen. You want to make sure that you're actually on our version of IBISWorld. You can actually just Google the site, but unfortunately if you do that, it won't take you to the version that we've paid for you. So you'll see locks and you'll see them asking you to pay for the report. If you see that, then you are not in the right place and you want to go back and go through our website so that they know that you belong to us. Okay? This is a very easy database to search. We're just going to type in a keyword or an industry name. So for example, if you're going to do something about like fast food restaurants, you can just type in fast food. You can see it starts populating down here. It actually gets pretty specific if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this first report and click the search button. It still shows you some of these other things. I'm not really sure why, so I'm going to go ahead and click this again. And here is the report. So this may not really look like too much right off the bat, but each of these things on the side actually has its own information, and it's pretty extensive. You can also search within, so if you're looking for something specific, like say you want to look at profit, you can type in profit, and it will show you where in the report that word shows up. Sometimes it does take a minute to load. So here you can see it shows you everywhere that profit happens, and you can just click on the link and it will take you to that section of the report. You can also download these reports by clicking this little arrow in the tray, and that will give you a PDF copy of this report, and then you can use your normal PDF tools to search as well. If you're using this for research, I would probably recommend that you do that just because it's handy to have a copy rather than trying to remember where you got it from. So just going through here, we're at Industry at a Glance, and you can see there's lots of numbers here. So if you're looking for numbers, that is one place that you can do that. There's major players, so if you're looking for competitors, major players would be one place to look. There's key trends, executive summary, etc. I'm not going to go through everything, it's pretty long. Industry performance is going to talk exactly what you would think about, the performance of the industry. Again, there's going to be some numbers and that sort of thing. All of these graphs can be downloaded, again, with this little arrow in the tray key. So that's another handy thing that you can do. Industry Outlook will tell you what they think the future of the industry is. And again, you can download any graph with the little arrow key. So this also covers product and markets, geographic breakdown, competitive landscape, major companies, operating conditions, key statistics, and so on. It should be noted that this information is put together by business analysts hired by IBIS, so these are not publicly available. You can't necessarily Google and find these, so this is like the one place that you can really get this kind of information really easily. We do have other things that you can access, but they're much more limited, and I'll show you those a little bit later in the video. One other thing you need to do with any resource that you use for a college paper is you do need to cite it. In this case, these are not journals or books or the standard thing that most people cite, so it is a little bit different. I pulled up this website from Central Michigan University, How to I Cite an Industry Report Using APA. This site actually has a really good breakdown of it. Basically, you're going to follow this template, and then they've given you an example of the author, the date, the title of the report number, and retrieved from IBISWorld database. If no author name is given, then it's basically the same thing, except for you're going to replace author with IBISWorld. If there is an author, please do use the author. One other place that you can get information, if you go to research guides and then scroll down to business market research. This is a guide that was put together for that kind of research, and if you click on key resources, you'll see that there's different kinds of information that you might want to pull, and under industry you have IBISWorld as the first result. If you can't find everything that you need in IBISWorld, there are other ones as well that you can look at, like the ABI Informed Trade and Industry. There's some other public websites as well. Again, they're not going to necessarily have quite as much as IBIS will, so IBIS is really your first best place to look. But do know that there is more information if you need it. If you need help with this, please contact me, Lori Cassidy, or you can ask any of your friendly OCC librarians and we'd be happy to help you out.